Hey guys. I kind of have to vent at the moment. Not feeling good, kind of sick. And on my last nerve. So today on Facebook, and I guess, Facebook drama, whatever, click off. I saw 3 times today, like bullcrap senses of entitlement and, things that were offensive to my personal philosophy. So, I sort of want to talk about people who feel like doing things that are right, doing the right thing, makes the person you did the right thing for, indebted to you, or that the world owes you, or life owes you because you do such all these good things, blah 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 bullshit. Also, people who feel like their opinion, no matter what it is more valuable than the person, whose feeling they're talking to. That also bugs the shit out of me. And starting drama in comments. This is the three topics we're talking about today. Is people with entitlement, people who feel that they're better than the human beings that they associate with, and drama in the comments. So, and by drama in the comments, I don't mean on YouTube. I mean on my personal posts and things. Anywhere. I mean, really. So I saw this thing from my friend today. Let's talk about drama in the comments first, because it sort of goes with everything else. It's the overarching issue. I mean, it's not the thing that most upset me, but it's the overarching thing. This friend of mine posted this thing that was being shared around about this guy who got in trouble. Apparently, he has friends who know whoever it was that was getting in trouble, and they started a whole toxic thing, like a whole toxic situation in the comments. And that didn't bug me, right? Because it didn't have anything to do with me. Yes, I guess I'm self-absorbed to the human amount. But I didn't care, because it didn't have anything to do with me. But there was like slurs being thrown around, and like talking about people who do meth, and lots of not nice things being said. And my comment to that, which my girlfriend noted, or what happened was that my girlfriend noted it, right? It was like the comment section of this thing, and I'm like, yeah, toxic garbage. And it is, and it was toxic garbage. And y'all who are on my YouTube channel who have watched the video, Out of the Mouth Comes the Heart, episode 1, which is people who pay for the right to treat you like crap. I didn't use crap, but, but effectively people who pay for the right to treat you like shit. I don't like people who feel that you are indebted to them because they do something nice for you. I have never liked that. I have never subscribed to that idea. I have never claimed that that is the right way to do things, and I have always been offended by it. I was offended by it when my mother did it my entire childhood. I was offended by it when my mother's neighbor did it to me after she died, and felt that she had a right to tell me how to run my life. I was offended by it, and I am offended by it when my brother gets involved in that way, okay? And I'm offended by it when a friend of mine uses an example of giving a girl his phone to call for assistance when she's left behind somewhere and she's stranded as like she owed him to accept his Facebook request. That was his. He made a post about it, which is a different friend than the toxic garbage thing that I just mentioned. He was like, I try to friend these people, and they're very, very childish, like from high school, and they're still childish, and they're super immature, and they're assholes. And my point in the thing was, well, just because somebody doesn't accept your friend request doesn't mean they're an asshole. Because people have a right not to want to associate with you or anybody of their choosing. And that goes for me too. Like, it's not even like if people avoid me, I think that they're assholes. If people don't want to talk to me, I don't really want to talk to them either, because I don't really like forcing people to associate with me on a regular basis. That makes me feel shitty about myself, that I would do that to people, you know? And I mentioned that, and he's like, yeah, well, you know, they're assholes for more than that reason, but I just feel like it's really immature. And I'm like, choosing who you want in your life is not immature. And we got in a back and forth about it, I don't know, for a couple hours. And finally he was like, well, I have a mental disability that I can't control. And I was venting. And I said, venting is fine. I don't have an issue with venting. I don't have an issue with shit talking, really. You know, in the venting sense. Obviously, if you're just talking shit about people, to talk shit about people, duh, right? But if they've wronged you, or you feel like you need to talk about it that way, go for it. But when you just blatantly say a blanket statement that this group of people who are undefined, who, you know, we're not putting faces to, we're not looking at what their reasons for doing what they do are assholes because they don't want to talk to you. Like, if you think so lowly of them in the first place, why would you want to friend them? You know? If you think that they're assholes for rejecting you, that's a problem in and of itself. And that's not their problem. You know? It is not their... How do I put this? Validation comes from within. It's not their job to validate you. It's your job to find validation in yourself. And anybody who doesn't recognize that validation, it's their problem. You know? And them saying no thank you, right? Or dismissing it, or whatever else, right? As in the request, not the validation, is not them saying that you as in general are an awful person and blah blah blah. You're saying, I don't know you, or I don't want to talk to you, or XYZ other thing. You know? It does not automatically mean that they are lesser human beings because they don't want to talk to you. You know? And the fact that you're like, well, I was venting, is not a good excuse. My thing was, right, is sorry, I'm stuttering for some reason. Venting is okay. But let people know that you're venting. Because, like, shit talking is not just general, non-explained shit talking. Is ridiculous. Being mad at somebody for not wanting to talk to you is ridiculous. You know? And I said that, and he's like, yeah, you know, you have a whole bunch of points. And some other girl who chimed into our conversation between me and the original poster person, she's like, I don't agree with your last statement because venting is important. When you post stuff, right? You know what? Shit talk as much as you want to your friends, right? Shit talk to people in comments, like to your friends in Messenger, right? Keep that shit outside of the public view. If you want to do that shit and be kind of shady like that and not, you know, mandate it or moderate it at all and like not have a filter, go for it. But don't put that shit on people to read because that's toxic. And when you have friends on Facebook that read your stuff, you are putting that toxic shit out for other people to read. And it's like, unless we know you're venting, we're just looking at you like that's kind of a shitty view of things. You know? And so it doesn't make you look good. It doesn't make the people that are reading it feel good about you. It's not a good situation. So that's my bit on that. I finally was like, okay, I'm sorry that you were frustrated. Let's leave it at the fact that there was a miscommunication and move on. And then he said something and I was like, yeah, well, the general public doesn't like shit talking. And he was like, it's because the general public sucks. And finally it like got to that place where I'm like, mood. Like I identify. So I sort of just played it off as a joke, having had that serious conversation. You know, like the fun end to the serious conversation you didn't want to have in the first place. And then finally, right, so we talked about drama in the comments and entitlement to services, I guess. My friend, we're gonna call him D. I had posted this thing, right? And it was just this little frou-frou Disney related thing that involved some history in it, which was really cool. His comment was, okay, IDC, or I don't care. My response to that particular sentiment was, if you don't care, do not comment. Seriously. And I do mean that. If you do not give a single crap, have nothing constructive, have no appreciation, have no detriment, nothing, do not comment. I value hate comments over I don't give a crap about this comments. I do. Because if you don't give a crap, then what are you doing leaving a comment at all? Like, move on with your life. God. Like, somewhat venting at this point. I am so sick of wishy-washy people. So sick of it. I can't handle it anymore. Like, of people who are like, I don't really give a crap about anything. So, I'm not gonna give you a solid answer of any kind. Oh, that shit drives me crazy. like finding those people, like the college humor thing of the person who's so chill that they evaporate. That person. I don't like those people. Drive me insane. So that's my thing about that. So, in finality, causing toxic drama where other people can see it who are not involved, is kind of shady. Feeling entitled about doing decent things is also kind of shady. And claiming that you don't care about something, but taking the time out of your day to comment that you don't care drives me batshit crazy. So that's my takeaway of today's events. So, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go post this now.